2 weeks, and we're back.
Hey, we're
Hi.
back, son.
We're back. Episode 27. We are over the halfway milestone point at 1 of 52. We're going to be 2 weeks behind schedule this year, but hey, that's okay.
Dude, I feel like it's like a reunion. Like, I'm excited.
I am too.
Same?
Yeah.
Couldn't be happier.
Couldn't either. We're back with Journey Unknown Podcast. 27, Road to Iowa. We are, we got some deer in the headlights. That's not what I'm thinking of. We got some dreams ahead of us. Let's put it that way.
Exciting times.
Very exciting times. And they kind of started. They're going. The dreams are going.
They're going.
My bank account shrank, but my dreams are getting bigger.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a step in the right direction. I don't remember when the draw comes out.
It's like 2 or 3 weeks after it closes, which is the 7th. So we'll know.
So today's June 3rd.
Yeah.
So if y'all listen to this, if I get to making 2 podcasts this week, I'll post this one later this week, try to catch back up. But if not, you'll hear this next Tuesday, whatever the day that is. So like the 8th, 5 days from now. Something like that. So yeah, I couldn't remember if it was like directly after.
It's pretty quick after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm too. So I didn't get to go to Iowa with you guys. I'm going to switch out my headphones real quick. And you guys went a couple weeks ago. And you said it looks pretty daggone good.
Yep.
Looks very, very good.
It looks like one of them spots that if we got trouble killing a deer, we're kind of. You know, I didn't know too. Me and Alton were talking the other day. I thought that we weren't allowed to kill a doe, but it looks like when I bought my tags,
There's a doe tag.
there's a doe tag in
Yeah.
there. So
Yeah, I think you're right.
that kind of excites me too, because at least I know I can kill a doe. Like if I'm I may just shed first blood when I get up there and
Yeah.
Smack a doe.
Yeah.
Big fat doe.
knock the dust off.
Yeah, I think it's going to be.
Dust on the bottom.
I think there is a bunch of deer. I think we'll have it. We could get lucky, could play it smart and shoot a big one right away, or I think it's one of those options where you can sit and you sit and give the time and kill.
Have
kill
some patience. Hey, that sounds better.
It does sound better. You sound closer.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder if them headphones compared to whatever I was doing is making kind of a noise. But we've used those headphones in the past and they sounded okay with that. I felt like I was like tunneling down a hallway.
That's what it sounded like.
That sounds a lot better. I was out of my comfort zone there. Yeah, so you guys sent me some pictures, kept me updated. You made me feel bad whenever you guys drove by, and I guess I was at work, wasn't I? You guys leave early in the morning?
No, it was in the evening.
Like 5.
5 in the evening, so I wasn't even home yet. But yeah, I had some overtime opportunities, and you guys know with my luck this past month that I need a little bit of extra. So yeah, I'm trying to work as much as I can, because I don't want to have to work weekends when it comes to Iowa. So if I can put back a little bit, or at least cover all my expenses that's going on right now, where I can float when it comes time, because they open up the first week of October.
I think so.
So yeah, I mean, dude, this is June.
It's not too far away.
It's crazy. This
right
year
around
is
the corner.
going by faster than it should be.
That's how it always does.
I meant to have food plots in, and now we got hay season. So I'll plant some late season stuff. That's kind of what I need anyway on the farm.
Yeah.
For the majority of it. So I mean, there's still time, but I wish I would have already had things taken care of. But then again, I need a tractor. I hate borrowing tractors.
Right.
So yeah. Anyway, back to Iowa, dude. You guys fill me in, because I haven't actually got to see Swilly. We've all talked a lot, but I'm like, don't tell me yet, because I want to have a podcast. Road to Iowa. We're doing a monthly set. Really not a monthly segment. It's kind of when we can do it.
Yeah.
But, kind of a big deal to us. And I just want to know what you guys seen without giving too much information. But it probably don't really matter, because, hell, it's 7 years of getting a tag anyway. It's not like Joe Schmo's going to go up there. And so, yeah, fill me in, dude.
Well, we were just talking, and it's funny you said you were waiting for the podcast, because I feel like every time we tried to tell you something, you're like, hold on a second.
I know.
You have been kind of stopping, and I get that.
I like the first impression do last kind of deal, you know?
Right.
I want to let it all in at one point.
Yeah.
But I think we came to, so we did 12, almost 13 miles.
Yeah.
On a public and a little piece of private. We walked, I would say, close the term every inch of the private. Obviously not, but like we got a very good grasp on it.
How much land is with that?
I think it's 150, but most of it's field with, typical Iowa ground. You got some bottoms that come out.
It's going to be an adjustment for me.
What do you mean?
Hunting like a lot of field with.
About.
You know, I'll definitely pick your brain on that. you're used to Livermore, Illinois. And
Well, there's a bunch of woods.
There's a bunch of woods.
Is there?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, but it's like it's fields with bottoms coming out of it, creeks and stuff.
A bunch of hardwood stuff, or
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
It's kind of different. It's like the fields are up on top of the ridges, somewhat
Really?
over there.
Really?
Like here in Missouri, you know, most fields are on the bottoms.
Yeah.
This one, like the fields are up on the ridge
That
tops.
reminded me of Wisconsin when I was in Wisconsin
Right.
a couple weeks ago turkey hunting.
It's a lot like northern Missouri.
Yeah.
I mean, heck,
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
within
Yeah.
45
mean-
minutes
Right.
of that. I mean,
Right.
we've all been up there and hunted
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Similar stuff, hunting draws, bottoms, big woods.
Yeah.
I think this piece that we've selected's got it all.
Yeah.
I mean, you can hunt what you're used to, and I'm pretty excited about that too. We talked about that in text message. There's big timber. I'd like to go in there and find some oak stands. That's another thing. What I was saying is we didn't get time to see everything I wanted to see.
We'll go back up there.
Okay.
I'd honestly like to make a couple more trips.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I know for a fact I want to go up there. I think we've talked about this late July, early August again to try to get eyes on big bucks.
I think I can. I don't. So we mentioned going up the time of Bowfest, which is like the 24th of July. But I don't think I'm going to go. I really, really want to. I just don't know if I'll have saving up the funds to go to do whatever I want to do in actual deer season. And we're wanting to do a bow shoot. Some of my buddies that could go can't from time constraints. So there's a one coming up right after that, kind of where I bow hunted at last year in Whetstone. We're talking about doing that instead. So long story short, I think I might be able to go that weekend that we talked about, the last week in July.
Heck yeah.
I'm already like trying to look at all my weekends. It's like, dadgum, like I have no free weekends. It's like just this, and this. And summer's short. And then you tack on hay season and just busy and trying to work overtime, paying for all the breakdowns and whatnot.
Life, dude. And you got kids.
Yeah.
Dude, is it just me, or is like the older you get, the more like things just get away from you?
I think
And
it
if
does.
you don't stop and enjoy it, it's hard.
You think it's because we start realizing how precious time is, and whenever when it's forcefully taken away from you, and you can't do nothing about it, like it pains me.
Do you remember?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like as a kid, you just look at like
Things seem like they took forever.
they did. Like I wanted to be 8 years old so I could play on Little League baseball. I wanted to be 16 so I could drive. I wanted to be 18 and I graduated college, whatever. And time flew by, yeah. But it's like, man, summer. We have 10 weeks of summer. Wow. And now it's like, daggum, 10 weeks. I got this holiday and this wedding and this birthday, and then I'll try to get a couple trips to do what you're trying to plan for 5 months ahead of time for fall season or for bow season. I think we just understand how precious time is, and we don't want to waste it. But I'm one of those guys. I don't love being on a schedule too much. If I'm on a schedule too much, it just seems too repetitive, and I don't get to like cherish the moments. Sometimes like the spur of the moment things are just awesome. So I don't know. I'm just conflicting with like time and scheduling and just using it wisely.
Definitely flies by. I mean, I look at my daughter, 9 years old, and it's like, and then like your daughter, heck, I mean, that's like a miracle right there. Like I remember it seemed like forever for her to be able to come around.
Yeah, 7 or 8 years of trying. I've put
Long
in
time.
a lot of effort. I don't know. Have we talked about that on the podcast?
Your first time, I
Probably.
think we did. Yeah.
So yeah,
A little bit.
It's wild. Tonight when I was leaving the house, this is what's crazy. I was like, I gotta go see Dustin and Scott. And she was like, where is she? Where is he? I'm like, who? She said, Dustin.
That's cool.
And that's crazy.
Yeah,
Like it's Swilly.
that's cool.
Get it right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what you were talking about, we were at dinner. I think we were over at your house, and luckily we like cornered our wives, and we were like, we've got to go to Iowa. When can we make it happen? And I'm serious, like Megan and Jenny like opened up their schedules. Well, we got softball this week, and we got this week, and they were like a month and a half out. And I said, what about this day? And I remember Megan and Jenny were like, well, I said, we're going.
We're going.
You hesitated.
We're going.
You hesitated too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how we got that one to work.
Yeah.
So
Man, that was a fun trip. Like,
it was a great
dude, we
trip.
took off that evening and we headed up to meet a buddy up in St. Louis. Dude, he bought us pizza, and it was some good pizza. I mean, this dude knows where the good spots are to
Like
eat
an
in St.
emo
Louis.
style pizza.
Yeah,
lot
I
of
don't
it's
really.
New York style.
Yeah, New York style pizza.
I don't really know what type it was, but it was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, St.
And,
Louis has some good spots for some.
We got to talk to him about his deer hunting experiences, and he's got some crazy stories, and just awesome.
The 200-inch guy.
Yeah,
You're talking about?
and
crazy.
I mean, and then he also finds like arrowheads. Sucker,
Dang.
he's got an eyeball for him. I can't
I
find
don't.
one.
I
I'll walk
don't.
through creeks for, and I'll be scanning every little rock, looking at it, and I don't know. I've never found it yet. Maybe once I find one, it's like
Yeah.
morel mushrooms.
Yep,
Once you
yep.
find your first one, maybe you got an eye for it. But
Have you ever heard the story about the arrowhead he found in Tennessee when we're turkey
oh,
hunting?
yeah.
So, like, because of my good buddy Justin, when we're talking about, it's
Oh, hey, this is Alton, by the way, since
Oh,
I didn't
hi.
actually say your name.
I've been on here a couple
Yeah, I
times.
know.
Yeah.
I try to let somebody know.
Yeah, but anyways, so I've gotten to where I start looking for them because I just want to find one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Been
we
a
were
long
down
time.
in Tennessee, and I look down and I see one. I see something that looks like it, and it makes sense. And I pick it up, and it might have been like a flake or something. And I throw it away,
Yeah.
and as I pick, like throwing it away, Dustin reaches down in the same hole that I just reached down and pulls an arrowhead out. And I was just like, "You murderer!"
I do remember that. That was funny. I'll bet you what you did is when your eyes were scanning, you seen that
I
arrowhead.
might have picked up
but-
the wrong rock.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got bad depth perception. I mean,
Yeah.
that's his problem.
No, obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
I haven't found an arrowhead since I was a little kid.
I found some really cool broken pieces on the farm out there. I remember as a kid, Grandpa when we'd till it up, we'd always go walk it and find broke pieces, and like you would find like a half of a really good piece, like you would see like both but I've never gotten into it. But my buddy's big time into it and finds cool pieces, so now I'm trying
Yeah.
to like.
Yeah, I know.
You ever found an Indian sex stone? You know what that is?
I mean, I've heard this before.
Another effing rock.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normally I wouldn't. I'd just go ahead and say the F word, but I'm only one bourbon in, so
That's
I'm
like
minding
the,
my Q's and P's, dotting my T's and crossing my I's.
That's like that weather rock.
Weather rock.
When you walk outside and it's wet, it's raining.
Hey, you know what? The meteorologists right now are pissing me off
Why?
because the last 2 weeks, calling for rain 100% every day, all day long. No rain. Last Sunday, we had a baseball game. This is just like a long story and it's shortened down. No rain coming, right? We had a game at 2 o'clock, hotter than balls. About 3:30 or 4 o'clock, a little cell comes up. We can see lightning and thunder coming.
Oh yeah.
And man, yeah, you would live everybody else in North. I mean, an absolute atrocious downpour. Would you get hail over there at your place?
I didn't remember any hail.
Was
but-
this Sunday?
Sunday, man. And
Yeah,
and
that was the
it's
one
like,
that-
it's gonna last 5 minutes, and then we were supposed to go to the river with Mikey. No, dude, it flat out poured. I bet it rained 1.5 inches in 30, 40 minutes. But it's
So-
like every day you can't plan anything because the weather's always wrong. Like this is 2026. We can daggum put penises on women and take penises away from men. If you're doing that, you're not a freaking man. But like we can't tell the damn weather, not even within an hour of time. It's like, come on.
So I got a crazy story with that storm. Sunday. That's
Were you on
today.
the river?
Yeah.
No.
I was gonna be.
Were you?
I was supposed to be.
I was in a crazy spot. So there's a big wooded area by my house, and I'm after a certain buck on it. So I was going to get some cameras hung, and it was me and my daughter, and so we're way back.
Oh,
we're,
shoot.
we're probably a couple miles back, and it's a beautiful
You had
day.
your buggy?
No, I was in my truck. I just take it down the logging roads. I
Oh,
shouldn't.
it's just a beater anyway.
Yeah.
I met you the other day. I flipped you off. You didn't wave back.
Probably wasn't paying attention.
I saw
I've been
it.
on
It
some
was 67.
podcasts.
Journey Unknown podcast.
Yeah, let's say that's the one I was listening to. You guys should listen to it too.
Yeah, I thought about it once. A bunch of rejects.
But so I parked and I'm walking out. I walk down this logging road and I've got my baby and we're down there and I was in the middle and it just got dark all of a sudden.
Yeah, man.
And I'm like,
Who turned the lights off?
yeah, but I'm already back here. Let's get this up. And I've got a 21-month-old baby with me. I shouldn't be doing this, but she's safe and
Dude, it's part of
and she
parenting.
enjoys it.
Yeah.
She will say big bucks.
You can't get old and wise if you're not
That-
young and dumb. She's got to start at some point.
Well, you know how it gets right before a real bad storm. It just kind of it's dark and it gets the pressure's changing
Like
and
calm
stuff.
before the storm.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like,
I love that feeling.
it's
I
a
do
cool
too.
feeling.
I
It's
do
a cool
too.
feeling, but not when you're
Yeah.
2 miles in the woods with a baby.
Don't you
And-
tell mom.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden my phone's going,
Yeah.
imminent danger, take
Yep.
shelter now. And I'm like, oh crap, I can't see nothing. So I run back up truck. I got the I didn't know if I got the camera hung. So I put it up. I was questioning myself if I even turned it on or anything.
Was it a cell camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I get back in the truck and I'm barreling down this hill trying to get out into the open. And I get out there and I've got the radar pulled up and it's tornado warned. And I've got the radar Omega where I can see the anyways, it was in line. The rotation was in line with where we were at. And so I get out, and you could see the cloud wall, and you could see droppage.
You're like, I believe it.
It was a little scary for a second.
Dang,
it
man.
changed. I wouldn't have cared one bit. I would have said, okay, if it was just me.
Yeah, if it's my time to go, I'm out in the woods.
But I was with my baby.
Right.
And if something happened, my wife would kill me if I wasn't already, But,
Does she know about this?
yeah, she found out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not, I'm going to tag her in this podcast.
Oh,
You
speaking
think
of
she
that,
listens to this?
no, she doesn't.
There's like not a chance in hell.
I got to show you guys a video. If I've got it on my phone. Did you see that video? Do you do TikTok?
I post a little bit. I do a fitness page that has a whopping like 400 people, and then I do the hunting page, of course.
Well, I don't do TikTok. My wife does. But I left her a message on our Ring camera, and I guess she put it on TikTok.
Oh, really?
That is awesome. I never.
It's got like 500 something likes. Let me show you this real
Let me
quick.
see this.
You could. I almost wonder if you could somehow take this. I'll send it to you, and you put it on this. It's worth it.
You can download them.
Yeah.
How did I send this?
You can airdrop it to the iMac
Yeah.
over there.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna show you this video.
That is a funny video.
I can put that as the headline.
I was watching it. I was like, what's going on?
You got volume on it?
Probably yeah.
Loading here.
I don't know why I'm so proud of this video.
Dude, why is a fart so funny?
I don't know. It's a good one
Man,
too.
that's impressive. I saw the little tail feathers flock up on that one.
So I was mowing and weeding, and I parked my truck down the road so it doesn't get rocks. And I was walking, and it hit me, and I was just like, "Jenny will see this."
That's funny.
But yeah, she shared it. It's got like 500 something likes and 4,000 views. I'm like,
That's
heck
awesome.
yeah. Funny thing is, like 12 people bookmarked it. I don't know what that means, but my buddy was telling me he's like 12 people saved that video
Yeah.
to watch later. I'm like,
Yes.
Dude, ring camera videos are viral right now.
are they?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's you may be freaking rich and famous, and they're just waiting on you. Like they can't see your face. Like line up people and start farting. Let me see if it resembles a sound.
Can you remember? Can you imagine if you got famous and it went viral off of
Yeah.
a fart?
You got hot tua and you got shit tui.
So my wife would end up getting the money. She'd probably leave me. She'd probably
Oh,
get
man.
super rich off my part.
Just have her do that instead of you.
I thought it was great. I don't know.
That's
I'm proud
funny.
of it.
Fart's just funny.
Did you guys ever try to light your farts on fire?
Who done that?
I
the
think
other day?
I think when you're
When
young,
you was younger,
when
yeah.
you're young,
I mean,
somebody
yeah.
did that.
When I was in Wisconsin, Derek, he's like, "Here, hold this lighter. I've always wanted to do this." I'm like, "What?" And I lit it. He farted on my lighter. I'm like, "Dude, what are you doing?" Well, you could have warned me. I didn't hold on to the flicker.
So here's a funny story. Old Logan,
Well, I'll log you by you.
man, when we was younger, I remember he hollered at me one time. He's like, "Hey, Dustin," he's like, "I got a fart." He's like, "Light it on fire." So he like pulls it, he's laying on his back, pulls his legs apart. Well, I had one of them stick lighters like that, but it was one of the torch lighters. It was, you know how usually when you light a lighter, the flame comes up.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, he was in his nothing but his underwear. I stuck it down and I pointed it right at him. Well, when I squeeze the trigger, that flame shoots. He goes jumping around. He's like, "You burnt my sack."
That's amazing.
Oh yeah.
I'm putting that down for a note on here. That's going to be some highlight. I remember you telling me that now.
And some of the stupid stuff we've done as
You
kids,
guys
like
have some stories that some of them can't be told on the podcast, but man, it's you guys have had some fun.
yeah. I mean, I think everybody's got those stories
Oh,
that
shoot, yeah,
just
man.
like you look back on life and you're like, man, what was I thinking? You know?
Well, so my favorite my favorite like image that portrays like all of our friendships. It has to do with Northern Missouri. You weren't there, but you were there in spirit. When we left, was it turkey hunting? No, we were bow hunting. Opening weekend, I think, like 3 years ago up there, and we'd done a farewell picture.
Oh
Off in
my
the-
land, yeah.
We all dropped trousers and stood away from the camera and just butt
Had our
shining.
bows in our hands.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Why do I always leave early? I feel like I get there early. I
You
get
weren't there for that trip. It was
Yeah, it was an early season.
opening
Okay.
weekend of bow season.
That was when we got stuck in a storm.
Yeah, me and him were in a tree. I mean, it was like the Elsinore storm the other day.
We had to hold on to the tree because that sucker was.
Yeah, that was a very wet day,
Yeah.
and I think we saw one deer the entire weekend. Damn, a yearling. Well, yeah, because
I shot at it.
shot at one. Yeah,
Missed it.
well, it was like 45 yards, but at that point, it's like whatever.
One thing I think about with you two in Northern Missouri is the pear tree.
Pear tree.
That was a cool hunt.
If we could have killed that, man, that would have been the.
I think if we'd have hunted it
Cream of the
more
crop.
often or more times, I
I
think we could
agree.
have.
You could probably kill out of it where it's at.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There was trails everywhere. We saw a lot of deer. They had the CRP right beside us, bean field coming over, like rolling hills. Like it was set up awesome.
Yeah, I love those sets where it's just like gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for everybody listening, that hunt there was this bean field and it was kind of like pinched down to this one tree, and then like the backside of it was CRP, so it was all fields except for that one tree. And I remember me and Scott were walking down the field, and he said, "I wonder what that tree is," or something. And we went walking across the field. Well, heck, it was a pear tree, and it was dropping pears.
Yeah, vines all over it.
Vines and everything all over it. And he's like, it'd be cool if we could get in that tree. I was like, let's try it.
Yeah.
And so like I took my clippers, and I just ever so slowly just started carving out a little path into there. And I got us up there, and dude,
wiggling around trying to set the stands up. You had an XOP, I had the lone wolf.
yeah, I mean, we was on branches probably like 6 inches around and stuff like that. But I mean, the scenery was just like, it was awesome. And we seen some deer that night.
We saw quite a few. They came out right before dark, but I mean, I think there was a half a dozen deer out there, like walking to us. But it was getting dark.
Weren't we throwing pears down?
Yeah, if you throw it, they will come.
I was just on the other ridge from you guys on that hunt.
Yep, I think you're off to the right. I think where you're kind of looking at where we were going. I can't remember where that field was at exactly on the maps. I got it marked somewhere, but
I've got that place in the back of my mind. I don't remember the road names, but you take a right, you go up on top of the hill, and you guys walk that bean field back.
Yeah, right next to the parking area.
Such a cool area.
It is. I love. I really want to go back. I thought about trying to go back this year.
Give me a year or two.
It kind of depends. Yeah. So after the non-resident thing comes out, and we've talked about this before with. Are they upping the tags, or are they trying to up the price per public land hunters? Which I guess that's going to be voted on, which is going to be another thing I'm going to talk about in a minute.
Yeah. Somebody shared a video with me where a guy was up at a podium talking about the projected maybe plans that could be voted on.
Right.
But then the same person sent me a thing that said it was passed where this year prices have gone up and it's only $1 for non-residents.
Yes.
Next year it is
supposed to be a draw.
Yeah, maybe, or it's 2 years now. It's a draw. It's something like that. I didn't get the exact. I should have looked at it more.
I think they're supposed to lower the. Are they lowering the amount of people that can come in?
That's probably what it is.
I think they're
probably going to.
And this don't. You have to fact check me on that, but I think it said lowering it. They're looking at charging extra for public land hunters, which I don't know how you're going to regulate that. They're just going to lie about it unless they have some kind of solid way. I don't know how they're going to do it. And then the $1, and there's something else that they were looking at doing.
Dude, if they do that, Missouri's fixing to be
It could be, yeah.
top
if we
of the
get
map.
the age structure up.
So we need the age structure.
Yeah.
What do you guys feel about antler point restrictions?
I don't like them, but I'm also the person that isn't going to shoot a young 6-point.
Yeah,
right. So for talking to the next guy, why don't you like them?
Because it's a dream to kill a giant 6-point.
Hey, me too. It is me too, but that is rare.
I know.
That is rare. Now, if you had the one that you're after, it would suck. But looking at trying to get the age structure up,
I get it.
you're looking at saving. Which I mean, a lot of 2-year-olds are going to grow 4 on one side, but I think if you had it in your mind, I can only shoot 4 on one side. Maybe I'm going to pass that first 2-year-old that I see. Maybe. I'm trying to think of people that aren't like us.
Well, I'll tell you another thing that people that aren't like us, and not talking bad about this population of people, but people from the South are so used to shooting such smaller deer.
Right.
So when they see
A 110 is big.
when they see a 2-year-old that has the potential and is a 120-inch, 10-point,
Yep.
they shoot them most of the time.
Right.
And I think that also happens with the. I mean, I've seen buddies of mine on those hunts and those spots that I counted the tines, and he had 4 on one side, so I shot him.
Yeah.
And so it's I don't know. You obviously know I'm an age guy. That's what I can.
Right. I am too, and I prefer to kill. For me, it's a 3-year-old or over.
Down here.
Down here for sure.
Yeah.
You can't always tell. Like I'm no freaking philosopher or professor on how to age deer.
Yeah.
But you can tell when you got a young deer coming up. After that, you can't tell how old they are. I can't say he's 5 or 6 or 7, but you can tell when you got a 2 to 3-year-old. There's a big difference.
Right.
So Mississippi, they do. It's either and another place does this too. One of them is with and one of them is main beam length. I think it's 15-inch main beam length on Mississippi deer. Now, you could say, well, I don't know what 15 inches is. Okay, that's good, because if you're questioning it, that it may be 14 and a half or 15 and 3/4, you may let it go because that one's on the verge.
Right.
So then you're looking at that next class, which to me, that 15-inch main beam, that's going to get you over that 2.5, 3-year-old mark for a lot of deer. Yeah. Especially Mississippi deer. I mean, they're not going to grow absolute giants. So I would almost like that. And this needs to be a little bit harder, because right now, like, big bucks are the crave, but big bucks aren't cool anymore because everybody kills big bucks, especially looking on social media. You take the big pool of people, and then you're looking at the prime people or the lucky people, and that's what looks like success. So I don't know. I think there should be more implemented, but unfortunately, Missouri's motto isn't age structure and class of deer; it's numbers, specifically numbers.
Right.
So it's me and Dustin were talking about earlier. The CWD counties, they're taking that away, right? With possibility of still having them depending on, I think, outbreaks and stuff, from what I understand. Well, they're voting on it. And there has to do, I can read it, but kind of hard to understand. But from what I understand is, like, all the funds that go towards the CWD, like some of our taxes that we pay on stuff, goes towards the pockets of the CWD and wherever that's dispersed, wherever it is. I don't agree with it, but it is what it is. So we're going to vote on it to see if that goes away. Instead of doing it in the November election, when they say that 40 to 60% of voters actually do their job, they're moving it to the early August portion to where like 20 to 30% of voters do their job.
Right.
And I'm kind of wondered if it ain't like that Utah cat that was trying to sell all the land, the public land. I think they're trying to swindle it in, maybe to where not the mass majority is going to be able to vote on it. Therefore, they may have a chance of winning the argument and keeping CWD, because being CWD is a lot of money.
Yeah.
You know, have you heard about that at all?
About
what I was talking about there? I saw it today. I'm like, I want to talk about that because
I know a little bit about
and I don't know a lot about it either.
Yeah, I haven't, like, I've read articles and stuff about it here and there, but I'm not.
So voters will decide the fate of the DNR sales tax on August 4th during primary election. It has been speculated that Missouri Department of Conservation paused their CWD targeted culling efforts because Missouri voters were calling in an uproar, which we were. I'm glad they were listening. Amendment number 1 will be voted out of existence in the upcoming November midterm election, instead pushed towards that early August primary. They've done this on May 22nd. The governor, whatever his guy's name is, Governor Kehoe. So it's significant because the voter turnout in midterm general election has a 50 to 60% voter turnout compared to the August portion, which is a 20 to 30% voter turnout.
Do you think so? People tend to care more about deer the closer you get to deer hunting. So
yes.
That could in turn push more people to go vote if a lot of people don't think.
But okay, how many people do you talk about deer hunting? And when they talk about deer hunting, they talk about November 15th, not September 15th.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
When people all the time, man, deer season's right around the corner, and they're talking about this in October, I'm like, man, deer season's been on for a month.
I know. Yeah, that's always been one of my...
Right.
You know,
yeah.
I don't know if they're really going to give a shit about that August, especially if it's not publicized.
And will that many... Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, because will that many people turn up for the vote? I mean, even if the serious people that care about it in August, is it that many people? Yeah, no, I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think there's a little bit of shady going on there. Of course, they don't want to lose their money.
Right.
You know, they're
how are they getting money for that?
I don't know. All it said was taxes. I don't know what the taxes are from. Whether it's non-resident,
so it's like the funding.
Whether it's,
is it the funding from the state? So they're allocating tax money to that. I mean, that's weird.
That's what I would
like
assume.
To look at it more.
I saw this today, and I think I don't know if I texted in the group, but my group text is all mumbled. My phone's about on its
I
last
noticed
leg.
that.
Sorry
I was like,
about
what were you saying?
I just wanted to
You're
touch on
slurring
it.
your text.
Yeah, I was drunk in my thoughts at work. But I just wanted to bring it up to maybe we can spark some more conversation on that, because it's something that needs to be brought to attention, that they are, for one, changing regulation that is basically determined the fate of deer hunting for the last several years, because CWD has plagued us.
I know it's affected. So I've got a buddy who hunts northwestern Missouri, and he's before all this, not even belonging in this conversation, complaining about it was a CWD county, and I think he was complaining about the culling of the deer because
Right.
he was seeing the number of deer he's seen at the spots he was typically hunting was way down.
Right.
And this guy's killed some really good deer.
And CWD doesn't really kill deer. Yeah, they're infected with it, but it takes a long time to like take effect.
Yeah.
So they're culling all these deer. Who knows what they're killing?
Right.
You know, they say that we can't bait on public land or private land, but they can go out and put a corn pole up and just smoke deer with sharpshooters.
Right.
It's kind of hypocritical.
I see the same. So I used to get really emotional with farmers going out and shooting deer, but I get it.
Detrimation.
Yeah, deprivation tags.
yeah.
I so get it. That's their livelihood.
I get it.
Farming first. I get all that.
But I don't like they can't touch them.
Yeah, I get it too, but that's the one thing. It's like
Yeah.
you have to let them lay. No,
I don't like. Yeah, I mean, come on. It's
See, at one time I had heard that people were getting in trouble for letting them lay, but then I heard you had to let them lay. I don't know. I guess I've never.
I've always heard that you have to let them lay. You can have somebody else come get them, but you're not allowed to grab them.
Really.
Like same way with the hogs when they were doing that stuff. It's just wasteful.
Yeah, that's so sad. I don't know. I care about, even though I like killing deer, I care about them so much. You know,
I do too.
I don't like
Big time.
seeing deer just shot.
Yeah, big time.
But yeah, I'd like to look more, and I probably should, into the CWD stuff.
Right, and that's where like platforms like this have a voice that needs to be heard because.
Right.
Man, people are talking about 4th of July right now. They're talking about first time on the river. Like, they're not thinking about deer like we are 24/7. So we need to keep that in our minds that, hey, like, there's some big decisions that we may finally have a part in.
Right.
And we need to be on top of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying though. That's always been.
I think they're doing away with the restrictions up north, the point restrictions. I think that's the one thing else that was.
They are doing away with that.
I think they've done away with that too, or at least most of the counties, if I'm not mistaken. I think that was brought up, or at least something we were going to be.
So that's what we were just talking about with the 4 on one side?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think they've done away with some of those counties. Sorry, Justin.
No, that's always been something that's cracked me up. You know, it'd be like September 16th or something like that, and somebody will come up, man, I can't wait till deer season.
Yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
Like,
I already killed one. Like,
yeah.
No.
That velvet buck was September 16th whenever I shot it.
I loved going down to Tennessee during velvet season in August.
I'd like to do that.
That was fun.
We've talked about that a bunch. I've never had the drive to shoot a big velvet buck.
That's crazy.
I've had opportunities at shooting some decent velvet deer, and I don't know why. I'm so obsessed with the big boys like the rut bucks. Obviously, I've killed several really good deer opening weekend of both seasons.
Yeah.
But I don't know, hard-horned. You know, I don't know. It's a weird thing about
You know, and I'm like I'm kind of the oddball of the group somewhat, like in some of my opinions. Like sometimes, like I just like killing deer. You know, like I don't care really what it is, and so like I think to some extent, like I think there's a lot of people out there that feel the same way. Like
I think the majority.
they
of them
may
do.
not want to. They may not have that drive, like like I get, and you guys definitely have. To sit in a tree stand for hours, like that guy we talked to in Iowa, he hadn't killed a deer in 5 years.
Yeah.
But the one deer he killed was a 192.
Right.
It's like, dude, I couldn't do that. Like, I'm killing a deer every year. I'm killing multiple deer every year. But I love that. Like, every time I release that bow, I watch that arrow go through a deer. I don't care what it is. It excites me. Like, that's what gets the tingles in me. Now, granted, 140-inch buck, that's really going to get me excited.
Well,
but
it's going to excite me too. I mean, I'm not to the point of waiting 5 years for a 190 because
yeah.
I've never seen a 190.
But yeah, I don't think, in my opinion, is I don't think that you should make somebody shoot only big bucks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
I get that too.
like I understand that there needs to be some things implemented to help these deer grow, but I don't think you should force the whole population to be like, you should only be a big buck killer.
Right.
Now,
Right.
what I do want, I agree with what you're saying, but I wish they took our hearts into consideration too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's left out. It looks as, you're just trophy hunters, and trophy hunters to a lot of the public is bad. Shame on you. Like you shouldn't be trophy hunter. You're taking a life already. Why are you waiting on this thing to put on the wall?
Right.
Well, it means a shit ton to me. So I wish our voices were heard, but I don't think that everything that I believe in is necessarily right for everybody.
Right.
And I get that. I do get it. I still believe with what I believe, and I still go after what I want, and I wish there was more readily available. At the same time, I don't want it to be easier. You know, I like the challenge.
Right.
That's one reason we do this, to fail over and over again, and then when it happens, it's like magical, you know. And I like killing deer too. You know, I love shooting does, and I like seeing some bucks that get me like, man, like, should I pass it? Should I not?
Yeah.
That's fun to me. You know,
Yeah,
when you got a 125-inch buck coming up or 120-inch buck, you're like, man, like I may not see one of those, but then you shoot a couple like in the 140, 150 range, it's like, man, that's cool. Like that starts to separate you a little bit in this area, especially doing it consistently. It's hard.
Yeah.
And like my time is going to start getting a little bit worse because I'm going to have off on the weekends when everybody else have off on the weekends. Before I had a lot of time in a week, and I would just go on a Tuesday morning and Tuesday evening when nobody else is around. Even on the farm, you know, with people just not driving by, it helps me out tremendously.
Right.
So there's some playroom in them thoughts.
I've kind of turned into a good weird situation for me because like I've turned into a trophy hunter. I haven't always been a trophy hunter. I've killed a bunch of does and my fair share of little bucks when I was younger, but now my wife won't eat deer meat, so it's left me that like, and I've killed some decent deer. It's left me where I can just hunt like target deer, and so
you're not trying to provide food for everybody.
I mean, I will like I always give meat away to my dad, my family, and stuff. But man, like last year, that 300-pound Illinois deer I killed, it left me some summer sausage. That's what I love, and I do love deer meat, but I love summer sausage. So I'll get quite a bit of summer sausage. Then I gave all the families that let me hunt like care packages and stuff with that. Yeah. I gave my dad some of the ground because growing up I was we ate chili spaghetti. We ate all that stuff at the ground. Yeah. So I was able to like reach a bunch of, and I should probably, I guess time is the thing too. I don't get to hunt as much, but even going back a few years ago, I'd always try to pop a big doe, you know, because that fills a lot of freezers. It gives me some of it, and then I buck hunt. Yeah. But yeah, I guess I've turned into a trophy hunter / it kind of works for my lifestyle. Right. You know, so.
Yeah. And like we're like me and my wife loves deer meat just like she likes anything else. And so like money wise, you know, you buy a $7 doe tag, like, dude, like I'd like to try to kill 11, 12 deer a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause, I mean, that's going to fill the freezer. And like, I really do think that's some of the healthiest meat you'll ever eat.
Absolutely.
And you know, $7 for an entire doe. Yeah. Now it's time consuming and stuff like that, but we do try to process our own meat, vacuum seal it, get it all, and you know.
And people that may argue with me or with you, like, well, you have this expensive bow and all this stuff. You're not the guy that goes out and buys the newest, greatest thing every year. I think you are frugal with your equipment. Like, you hold on to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So
yeah, at this point, like, it's paid for itself over and over again just with the food you provided.
I don't know how long I've had that Tri-Axe, but I mean, I'd say 5 years.
I think I'd say at least 5 years. Ever since I've been coming around for.
You've had it since 2018, I know. So you probably bought it in 17 or I don't know when it came out.
And I traded another bow in for it, so I mean, I didn't pay full price for it. So it's like, you know, and I've probably had the same arrows I've had for 3 or 4 years at least now, you know. So it's like, I know where people coming from, because I mean. And I've had the same camo. Like, I still wear a leafy suit a lot of times early season, you know, like.
That's such a good. So I started doing that a couple years ago. Just pack like lighter, like a t-shirt or something like you're wearing right there, and just be able to walk in. With
dude, I do the whole time. I'll change when I get there.
Yeah, and put a leafy suit on over it. It's like that is for early season.
I'll never forget the old alligator hunt flat or alligator flats hunt that we did. That me and him, we was in black t-shirts.
For some reason, we both ended up in black t-shirts. And I don't know if we had camo like pants or what, maybe khaki pants. I don't even know. But yeah, that's a good way to hunt.
Yeah. That was a fun.
So those are wild. We can talk about it, baby.
Yeah, talk about it.
But no, like,
something you're ashamed of?
No. We put the boat in, and we come up the river a little ways, and we got off. Well, all of a sudden, like, as we were walking in, we went through this little. What is it, like a?
It was a power line where the power lines cut across the river.
Yeah, but what was that? What's that little? It's like a slough, kind of like, but it was dried up.
Yeah.
And there was hog sign everywhere, up and down the trees. So we walked through that slough with all the hog sign, and we get across this field, climb a tree. Anyways, we're sitting there that night, dude. We're sweating our butts off, and like I said, we were in black t-shirts.
It's 90-something degrees.
Yeah,
that was fun.
Well, here comes a doe out. Well, we were filming at the time, and I think we had a GoPro that. you know. And so Alton's filming me, and I draw down, and I mean, I think, what was she, like 28, 30 yards or something like that? And I mean, I put it on her, and I squeezed the trigger, and you know how usually when you shoot a bow and you're looking through your sight, you see the arrow go out through your sight.
Yeah.
When I squeezed the trigger, I never even seen the arrow. I just seen my lighted knot shoot like 20 yards behind her. And I was like, what in the world? And Alton was like, dude, that was the worst miss I've ever seen.
It was so wild because I'm sitting here holding the camera watching him. That doe was like broadside.
Did I hit it? Is he down?
And when he shoots, which now we know what happened because
Yeah.
I've had that happen on a big buck. The arrow goes like just.
Yeah, it went sideways.
Yeah.
It's just like.
Was it off your rest?
I don't know what happened, honestly. The
I've
only
had 'em
thing
go off
I
my
can
wrist.
think about is when we were going through that field, maybe a piece of grass or something got wedged up in my cam. And when I drew down or something like that, it just kind of like, I don't know. Because I was using Swackers, I think. So
Were
I
you
don't.
using Swackers or were you?
Well, I may have had the
might have
Ramcats.
had, or the Swacker, like you
Yeah.
went with that Swacker. I think it was that Swacker full.
The
Like, almost like
Ramcat looking
Right.
Swacker, yeah.
But what I think happened. Oh well, let's finish the story. Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, I shoot that deer. Worst miss ever. Alton's giving me crap, and he's like, "Man," he's like, "What?" You know.
It's my turn.
Yeah. He's like,
Yeah.
"It's my turn now." Well, anyways, he gets up there. I got the GoPro. Here comes some more does in. These does come in by us. He draws down, shoots, and like I see the arrow hit her back leg. Well, when she turned around to run off, I guess she kicked up like a stalk or something of grass or something. I thought that was her leg sitting there. And it was the funniest thing in the world because, like, if you watch the footage, like all of a sudden, like it's all quiet. She runs off, and I turn around. I'm like, dude, you shot her leg off.
Definitely some wild hunts. The night before, the weekend, I think it was the night before we had that giant hog come in on us. That was.
Well, you remember later that night, like as the sun was going down, we were waiting to get down and track them.
Oh, wow.
Like we heard hogs squealing, and yeah,
Oh, it's spooky.
Yeah.
right where we had to walk through to get out of there.
You
And I'm like,
first.
Well, that's what happened, and I want to get back to why the arrow missed. But that's what happened the night before, or weekend before, a couple days before. We took the boat up and we got in a spot, and it was kind of like that set you're talking about, beautiful set. That night we had 20, 30 deer all around us. We had bucks like in the 115, 120 class, like sparring out. Just awesome hunt. And then across the field, I think a big black thing comes out. All the deer pushed to one side, kind of spooked. I think we questioned for a second if it was a bear, and it was a boar, and that sucker was huge.
Yeah.
I think I was filming this night. Well, he had this big branch come out. The hog got out to 60 or 70 yards, and this was right at sunset. And he could never get the shot because of this one branch. And which at the time we'd been shooting each other's bows because he's 2970, I'm 2970.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't hurt. You
Yeah.
never know, yeah.
So I was like, give me your bow. I think I can hit that sucker. And so I shot, see the light not go out there. And I remember, this is bad, but it's like you heard the smack and it's like, whoa, and he went a couple yards or whatever. And then I gave the bow back to him and he slung an arrow and kind of same deal. Well, that pig ended up running in between where we were sitting and where the boat, or where we had to walk out. I don't remember if we came in on boat
I
or
think
whatever.
we just walked in that time because
Okay.
we had to cross the.
Okay. So yeah, the pig runs in the direction we have to go. This is dark now, and this boar's, I'm telling you, the biggest pig I've ever, it looked like a Hogzilla pig.
Yeah.
I think we had one headlamp. we had neither one of us had a pistol with us or anything.
Swiss Army knife.
Nothing. We had a bow, maybe one arrow left. I wish I could stand up, but we were like walking out, like holding each other's stands, like. But we ended up walking,
Every little noise.
walking around the corner, and our headlamp hit, and you could see the boar's eyes, and it was like a foot apart from each other, and it was 40 yards away.
Yeah, just looking at us.
Just
and I was
stare, and you could smell them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! And we just like both like
Old buttholes puckered up.
moved out. That was a scary hunt. That's
Yeah.
one of the scariest times in the woods. But anyways, back to
why I missed.
So I had it happen in Illinois. Well, I had it happen in northern Missouri on the biggest buck I've ever shot at. We ended up watching the video again. Where it kind of same deal. Like, how did I miss? Like, it didn't make sense how
Which
I missed.
one was this?
This is that 170 class, the railroad track buck. Me and Justin were just talking about this.
Were you with Justin?
Yeah. So we had this spot, big agriculture, big hillside going to the agriculture. And we had some megas on camera coming off this hillside going into the beans and corn. And so I drove up there opening day, and there was like 3 shooters, like 3 legit 5+ year old shooters. And the deer I really wanted to shoot disappeared like 2 days. We had a couple cameras on like the trails coming out of this hillside, and we had them daily coming on one of the trails. Yeah. And as long as the wind lined up, like one of these deer was going to die. And I'm sitting there, and here comes one of the big boys, the second buck I wanted to shoot, and he was, like I said, he was like 170, and next year ended up being a 200-inch deer. But came down the trail. I shot, and like I said, on the camera. We're like, well, what was crazy is I thought I hit it. I heard the swack and thought I hit it, and the angle, and even Justin, he had went like 10, 15 yards and in this thick stuff, and I'm like, that deer's going down, stopped. I'm like, he's about to fall, and he's in brush, can't see him. Well, then I lost him. Justin's up filming me, and he's like, I still see his head. It's moving. We watched that deer till dark just kind of move, and we're like, okay, maybe it was a liver shot, something like that.
Yeah, he's bedded down, going down.
Yeah, so I was on cloud 9. This is I can show you trail cam pictures of this deer, monster buck. I remember being so confident, and this is the worst thing you can do, I guess. I've learned this. I'm texting buddies like I just shot the biggest deer of my life. On cloud 9, knowing that we'd go back in there tomorrow, go right down the trail, and that's where he'd be laying.
Yep.
But we get in there the next morning, nothing. No blood, nothing. And Justin's like, well, we seen where he fell. Let's just walk. We get there, and
had you watched the footage back at this point?
Watched the footage back. Everything looked good. The deer was kind of quartered away. It was like a 25, 30-yard shot. And I say everything looked good. It was not good enough footage where you could see the arrow good, but like everything it felt so good. Everything.
Yeah, you replayed it in your mind. You're confident on it. Because a lot of times you're replaying it, and you're like, maybe I didn't. But
and I'd get if it was just me, but 2 of us were like dead deer, like pounding it and stuff. But anyways, no blood, no nothing. Our buddy Jeremy came down because we thought we were about to pull this buck out, and found my arrow up in a tree, like completely away from where this deer was. And so that was the swack we heard. Deer got away from us. I didn't hit it. Needless to say, going back to the moral of this story,
why?
My arrows were cut too short that year. And my broadheads were, if they weren't angled right, were on my riser.
Yes.
Because fast forward in that year, I ended up shooting one of those really good deer out of there. Perfect situation. Deer come down. I was hunting. This was later in the season, hunting the hilltop, and had a beautiful buck come down, smoked him, went a little bit. Well, then fast forward, I had a week and a half off, and I killed that buck so quick in Missouri, and Justin had killed a 200-inch deer already early in the year. So we have this week off together, and we're like, what do we do? We're like, let's go to Illinois. So we went over to Illinois, and we had a permission piece over there, and we started hunting it for like 4 days. My last day there, beautiful situation. I had this, Justin got out of the stand down this creek bottom, and I'm like, he's like, just stay put because I'm going to come your way to go to the truck. So I'm just sitting, and he bumped the big boy we were after, and the doe she was locked down with down this creek. And it was far enough away where this doe's now, they're not spooked. And this doe's coming down this creek. This creek is 15 yards in front of me. Doe comes down. I look back, and here's this big 10-point coming down. Big bodied deer comes down. Draw back. He stops perfect. Shoot, and same kind of deal. My arrow goes, just flies 20 yards in front of this buck. I'm like scrambling, get another arrow out. Like, this doesn't make sense. At the time, I didn't know my arrows were too short.
Yeah.
I should have paid more attention. He gets too far away, doesn't give me a shot. Well, I waited till they got away, and I got down. I look at my arrow. I'm like, what is going on? Because with field tips, when I'm shooting these, everything's perfect out to like 60 yards. Like
the field point, so you're thinking.
Well, these aren't expandables. They're fixed blades, but they fly. I shoot them before I go hunting, and they fly super good.
Right.
But it was all I found. I looked at my bow, and I see I've got a black riser, and I see a little perfect silver line in my black riser, and I put the arrow on. And I draw, and as soon as I draw, my arrow is hitting my riser. The blade is just touching that riser just enough. And so when it does, it gets that friction and launches the arrow.
Man, And it's little bitty things that you don't pay attention to that'll get you. Like
Yeah.
Trevor being he's like a 33.5-inch draw or 34-inch draw. Well, arrows. What's up, buddy? Oh, you gotta give me hugs?
Oh.
Is it bedtime?
Bedtime.
You want to say hi, podcast
Oh
land?
my, shushy.
You know, that's
bye.
Alton.
Hi, buddy. I'm Alton.
Big Zan.
Very nice to meet you,
Hey,
Kaiser.
you need to buy a car?
Yeah, you need to.
I got a car.
You got a car?
Where?
Got the whip.
But I got that with a truck.
Our truck's costing us a lot of money in the shop right now.
Night, night.
You can go buy
Very
a new
nice
one
to
from
meet you
Alton.
guys. Do what?
I said you can go buy a new one from Alton. It's empty.
Spider-Man.
It's empty. I knew he was going to see that.
You got to reuse that stuff, buddy.
Hey, you can take it. I didn't mean to throw it away. You can take it with you, bud. Why are you whining? You can take it. Well, you can tell it's his bedtime.
Man, poor
Hey,
buddy.
go upstairs and tell Mama to refill it.
Can you show me your best Spider-Man impersonation?
Hey, Archer, give me a Spider-Man. Give me a
show
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. I want to see Spider-Man.
Show me. Come on. Does Spider-Man wear high heels?
No.
What does he wear?
Yes, what's this?
Does he wear
He's
women's
mad.
underwear?
He's very mad. He's tired.
Yeah.
I grabbed that earlier. I'm like, he's
What
gonna
is-
come down here. It's bubbles.
Oh,
It's in a
bubbles.
Spider-Man bottle.
Boy, doesn't it
Doesn't matter
suck when
about
your
that.
kid catches you doing something like that?
Well, it's been caught doing worse. Them damn kids. It's called rock block without a.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
At least yours is young enough that.
No, bro. She's not.
Oh.
Because she's right between me and Layla at night. Or me and, I
Oh.
shouldn't say me and Jen. It's me, Layla, Jenny at nighttime.
Man, I hate it. Oakley slept with us for a long time. Well, she had, of course, she had cerebral palsy. You know, they were worried about her having seizures, and she was not supposed to be what she is now. She wasn't supposed to be anything. Like, it was, she's a blessing.
She's
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 a miracle
looking
from
good.
God.
Looks good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's great. But she slept in the bed with us for a long time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you had to scoot her over when she was little, and just you can use your imagination.
It's wild, bro. You're savage.
Dude, you haven't done that?
No, bro.
All kinds of guys do that.
It's okay. Let's
You kinda feel
let's go
bad.
to Iowa.
Yeah,
Let's go to Iowa.
We'll talk about that off podcast.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So like Trevor, he arrows nowadays you all use a half in, half out, right? Insert.
Do we? What's that?
You don't have them on your. What kind of a? What's your?
I'm
Do we?
so old fashioned.
So you're using a regular.
I've shot the same arrows for like.
Grab an
15
arrow off that PSE. Just pull
This
it off.
thing?
Yep. Just kind of click it off.
Oh, I've seen these where they. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
So you're using a half in, half out, and so that's got a fill tip on it. But like
Is this to get that FOC weight and all that
FOC,
stuff?
and then so
Yeah.
what it does, like these will slide over some of your arrow, and every little bit that it covers on your arrow makes it stiffer, it makes it stronger. Because like you thinking about this thing's hitting point of contact, the weakest point is right there where this stuff connects. So if you can put a little bit, which this one actually is flush, but it's got a pretty long inside sleeve. It just adds strength and rigidity to that arrow. Like
Okay.
you don't want this thing snapping off at point of impact. It's going to wiggle wobble. It's going to have what they call paradox, and you want to try to mitigate that.
Gotcha.
So anyway, with like Trevor's arrows, he has a lot of slide over his arrows. Well, you can't have an arrow lengthened. You know, you can cut it down, but you can't make it longer. So sometimes he runs into the problem to where they sit on his rest, and you know he had that little bit of kick up.
Oh,
Well,
man.
then that's not only that. You know, when you're shooting an expandable or a big fixed blade, some of them, they receive past the collar itself. So you're also running the issues of clearance with your piece of your broadhead. You know, I think like what he could have had happen or you. So it's tough on him being a long draw because arrows come linked 32 inches. And you got to be careful with what kind of inserts you put in it because he'll run into link problems.
I've run into those before.
I usually run into the too short problem. So on me. But, you know.
Let's everything go back to this. Let's go to Iowa. Come on,
So anyway,
now. Keep
here
your
we are in Iowa.
focus on the freaking frog, Frank.
My bad. We'll do gay stuff in Iowa. Whatever.
Going to that arrow though, I mean, I guess I'm pretty old fashioned. I've shot the same dang arrows. Now I messed up and had my arrows cut too short, but
Yeah.
it's the same thing over and over again. I'm sure, obviously, things get better, but I am one of those weird ones that if it works, it works.
Right, and
You
some
know?
of the rest, like her, I think she's got a trophy ridge. You can slide it in and out. But like mine's a Picatinny rail. Where it's at's where it's at.
Oh yeah.
And it's pretty close to the riser. So some of them you can manipulate if you do have an arrow that's a little bit too short.
I
But
gotcha.
it's just things I like to touch on that sometimes you don't think about, and I
Yeah.
probably learned them because I've had it happen to me.
Yeah.
So that's something I want to kind of deep dive into that here pretty quick. I want to get my bow set out. Like, hey, this is what's coming up. Like, you guys have 2 months to get moving.
Yeah.
Get them ready so you're not doing it when the bow shop gets busy and then they can't get you in and you're pissed off because, well, what about me? Even though the other guy next to you is like, what about me too?
Right.
Just want to get things tightened up before we go.
Well,
'cause- Oh, well, he came back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just got
that podcast where my dog got stolen.
Oh yeah.
Were you? Who?
I was here.
You were
no,
here?
or was I watching it? I don't know.
Oh no, man, that's.
I'm trying. I think you were here.
I want to say I was. I don't know.
Because
I remember the story where I heard about
I
it.
just listened to that again the other day. Whenever she can know, oh, we got bad news. Dog got stolen out of the driveway.
That's wild.
Hey, let's answer him on the podcast. You want to?
Yeah, do it.
Hold on a second. There we go. What's up, man?
Yeah, dude. So the dog got taken by like a lady down the road, and it went to a guy's house that he'd already picked it up one time before because he thought he ran over one of my dogs, and that dog jumped in the car. He didn't know whose dog it was. So yeah, I got it back after a few days of posting. My buddy's like, "Hey, I think your dog's down here." I'm like, "Yeah." Like, here's a picture of the car that took it, and he's like, "Well, that's my senile neighbor." So yeah, we got it back.
Heck yeah. What's up, Dalton?
Take care, man. But yeah, that was a funny story. Like, Alexa walked out and there's a car
That was nuts.
Taking the dog.
taking a dog. She's like, Colby.
The stuff that happens on this road.
Man,
I
this
remember
road's full of yahoos.
I stopped that one day because I thought you were getting yelled
Yeah.
yelled at or something. I was like,
Yeah, that guy was walking. I met him on 67, and the next thing I know, I'm out shooting my bows, and I shoot, and at the same time, you're going by, and the guy's like, "Hey, man, good shot." And you thought
from me, I thought it looked like he was flipping them
Flipping
off,
the
and I was like,
bird.
screw that. Nobody's flipping my boy off. You know, like-
he's like, "That guy flipped you off." I know he's saying good shot. He goes, "Oh, okay." That's when you first found out. I guess I lived here. Yeah.
Yeah, I used to. Well, we had that cabin down the road, and
Right.
I was out here every day. So
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Anyway, back to Iowa.
let's talk. I'm so excited.
We never did even finish. I think I catch you guys off too many times about how it looked and like what kind of plan of action you thinking.
I've
We're gonna go back and get some more.
I've deep dived on some serious stuff.
Yeah,
Dude. Yeah, Alton's.
I'm so excited. I'm Alton. Hi.
Hi, this is Alton Brookreson, by the way.
My name's Alton, and I got a
I
deer
like
hunting
Big
problem.
Buck.
I do. So we did hang some cameras on the private. Just a couple. I think they're good summer spots. 2 field edges and one hub scrape in a pinch point that's unbelievable. And so I've thought about all this so much. As far as the deer I've seen on them, it's hard to tell who's going to be what right now because they're all
It's
just
early.
but I think we've got 2 mature bucks or could potential. There's going to be more show up on camera already. 2 that I'm going to watch over the summer with the possibility of more showing up.
Do you have a spotting scope?
Yeah, I've got one, and that's what in July and August. One thing there are some bean fields you can see from the fields, but the ones that I was mostly interested in, you're gonna have to walk too. So we'll have to probably put tripods out and walk and watch them.
Maybe a borrow Tony's. He got that Maven spotting scope. He won it at Bowfest a few years back.
Sweet.
And I don't think he's ever used it, but yeah, we take it and use it too.
Yeah, so that's
Kinda
gonna be
handy up
some.
there.
Because one thing I was thinking about this on the way over here, everybody knows about the move. You watch these deer all summer, but then they move. Some deer don't move. Some deer stay in that core area. Some deer move dramatically. Depends on them. But even if we can, because I ran into this in Illinois. If you watch deer in the summertime, their season doesn't start till October. Where summer they're on those beans, and when they're green.
Right.
By October, most of those beans are brown, so they've shifted patterns.
Yep.
A lot of times it's acorns, it's something else.
Like Missouri, you can catch them on those patterns
you-
still.
you'd see-
The first week, or maybe 2, you can kind of catch them on them feeding patterns before they start making some little scrapes.
I'd say at least 40% of my big bucks come off bean fields in the summer. I'd say September.
Right,
September
right,
15th,
right.
16th. But My idea, I was thinking about this. So what we were talking about with the hills and the draws, and it's really big creek systems. So you have this big creek that's running through this hillside, and you've got these fingers that come out, and your ag is sitting on top. Those bucks, more than like, obviously they'll jump creeks, but you're gonna catch them in those creek. Like those same deer in the summertime, they're gonna be in that creek bottom somewhere. I don't know. I'm just super excited about this. I've thought about this way too much.
Yeah, creek bottoms are always a hot spot. Like northern Missouri, I've killed some deer, good deer, focusing on creek bottoms. And
Well, I think this property that we have to hunt. One thing I noticed on that northern end is where that hub scrape is. What we're gonna see, and I think what we've already seen, is a lot of those deer come up, work that scrape, go to ag. So they'll bed down in those bottoms and those draws and stuff, and depending on what they're feeding on, they're working out.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to obviously pick the right.
You think access is going to be hard? Being that, because typically, like around here, deer bedding kind of going up the hill because everything's going down to feed. So it's going to be opposite up there to where we're looking at feed maybe up high, and then like travel corridor being more low.
I think you'll still want to hunt higher. You're not going to want to get in those bottoms.
Right, right.
I mean, you can. There's ways of hunting them, especially if you got a big, flat, open bottom.
It'd be interesting to go up there on a windy day and kind of see how, which summertime's going to be different, but
Right.
it may give you a little bit of how it's going to swirl with the thermals.
I think a lot of it's obviously picking out the food and then picking out the right draw they're going to come out of.
Right.
I was thinking about some of these earlier sets in October and stuff. You're probably going to see, if you're hunting like a draw coming up into some ag, if they're still working corn or whatever, beans, if there's some green patches still, you'll be able to see these deer, but it's picking the right spot they're coming out. It's same as it is here. Oh man, I'm just stoked. I think I look at that kind of stuff and I feel like it's a little easier than what we have down here.
Yeah, I hope so. What was your take on it up there? Kind of same?
kind of the same, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we definitely, the difference between like up there and like northern Missouri where we usually hunt, like northern Missouri, we could walk for miles and not jump one deer.
That amazes me, yeah.
Iowa, we were jumping deer left and right. And then,
No kidding.
Then them deer would run 50 yards from you and turn around and look at
Now
you
that
like,
they
what?
do that up in north. They don't run away. Now I've also noticed like deer don't blow
Yeah.
as bad going up north.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we didn't. I don't think we had any deer blow on us.
Yeah.
What was crazy, some of the one spot that I wanted to look at was your typical buck bedding spot, but it was pretty deep. And what was crazy, we'd get there and there was bucks there. And it's like, that was kind of cool. So maybe because of it being such a
Low pressured area.
low pressure, maybe the spots that make sense, because here it happens all the time. This spot looks so good. It makes so much sense with this wind. I'm hoping up there
I'd like to go the typical, like, hey, let's go eat dinner or eat breakfast at the diner. Go eat dinner at the diner. Maybe talk to some locals and be like, hey, how pressured is this during bow season?
We did.
We
We asked
did?
that question.
Yeah, okay.
We asked that question
Because
to,
if it's pressured, hell, we'll go a couple hours north.
yeah.
'cause
No,
it ain't-
actually, the spot that we're going is what he said was, it's a very good location to get away from,
okay.
because he said it's just a tiny town.
He's a
And there's-
population 30.
Yeah, there's
Sweet.
not a lot of people there,
Yeah.
and what did he say, like an hour to get to your closest
Walmart.
Walmart?
And then I think we talked about that before.
Is there any places to camp or anything? 'Cause
Oh,
we-
yeah.
Now, I think in Iowa, you're not allowed to camp on, like,
Government.
government land.
Oh, well, I was sweeting up to a lady that runs this campground. We'll
Yeah.
call her. We're
hell
good.
Right by the lake.
Okay,
yeah,
cool,
it's sweet.
cool.
It's
Yeah.
sweet. Yeah, no, we're good there. It's
I would, if my truck wasn't costing me $3,000 right now, like, we've been really, really looking at campers. I want a 17-foot camper with a slide.
yeah.
Something I can pull easy with a truck. We can take it in and out, and hell, we could all fit in there easily. Things are gonna have to change for the better, and so far it ain't working for the better for me. But maybe by then, it'd be nice to have a camper.
right.
It'd be really nice to have a camper.
Well, this one area, so obviously I've spent years just pinning different public grounds and stuff. And once we got up there, kind of circling back to what we said, there's so much of it in this one spot.
Cool.
And there's actually different pieces of it. Like I said, if you want to go hunt big timber, there's a huge chunk of timber. You won't be able to hunt all of it. You won't be able to see
Awesome.
it.
That makes me feel better. I was worried about it being like smaller acreage and every swinging pecker around is going in there and hunting.
I don't think so.
I don't
Because
think so.
we were eating lunch, and I was through some connections, I was told to ask for this guy, and he sat down and talked to us. Super, super nice guy. And I was like, if there's one spot that you would focus on, is there one? He's like, none of this public is getting touched. He said most of the guys, it does get touched, but most of the guys up there in that area are so worried about leasing, so worried about private and stuff, that a lot of times the public, hopefully, if everything works out, it's getting overlooked.
Okay.
I've also talked to other guys that, like, it's the same as down, like, in my mindset, it's opportunity. So, like, and I think the guy we talked to, he's looking at so much area. If he finds a big buck on public, he's hunting it, or private. I think the public's going to offer some really good hunts. I really do. I'm looking forward to it. I'm
ready for the challenge.
Yeah.
Now, naturally, like if we go up there that week during the rut, that's when a lot of people are going to be up there. I mean, we're going to have to face some people. It's just going to be inevitable.
You're going to be able to get away from them.
But if we can get away, man, that'd be cool. And unfortunately, man, have to put our Lamborghinis on and walk.
Yeah.
Because I already talked to you about getting an e-bike, and that may be out the window too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, I got a weighted vest. I want to start doing some hiking and stuff, and kind of getting used to that. Because, I mean, no matter how much you lift and all that stuff, like, hiking will get you. And then when you got to carry a deer out with you, it's going to be
that's where I'm
an
hoping us three
awakening.
will be up there.
Right. Yeah.
Dude, that's what I'm telling you. Old Alton, boy, he had me tuckered out that day.
Really?
I remember we walked.
You're a hiker?
Like
I don't mind it. I don't
Yeah.
mind it
when
at all.
his mind is on big bucks,
I'm
there
going.
is no distance that's too far.
big bucks
And
that
like,
can't not lie.
I was wearing my steel toe boots from work,
Oh,
you know,
shoot.
and so like walking up and down these ridges, dude, my toes on the outsides was like
You don't have
killing
any
me.
hiking boots?
I do, but I didn't have them. I
shoot.
didn't really think about it.
Yeah.
Of course, then we get up there and and his wife calls and we had to run by Dollar General because we forgot a towel. I
You
mean,
don't need a towel.
we're
dude.
men. I
Just
mean,
use yesterday's underwear.
we see big bucks. We're just like, let's go.
Yeah.
We'll sleep on the ground.
It's a mindset. You're talking about me walking. It's like, yeah, I get tired, but man, I just want to go. I just want to go. I want to see it.
Yeah.
And I'm the same way. It's like, I'll worry about getting that deer out later. I'll
Yeah.
worry about the walk back later. It's just up there. I'm just going to go. I just keep going. And
We need to check on regulations on like quartering deer up in the woods.
Okay.
Yeah, we shoot a big old bratwurst buck. We may have to pack it out. I'm wanting to get a frame pack. I'm gonna probably invest in a frame pack. Like a medium-sized one.
One of my buddies, he does, or two of my buddies actually. They
got
do
one of
that.
them?
What?
Buddies?
One or two.
Lucky dog.
No, but he's got this thing where like, I mean, it's like a rope and then a big hook, like a meat.
I've been holding that one for a while.
Let it rip.
Sorry, I didn't think it was gonna be quite that abrupt.
But it's like a big meat hook that you hang it from a limb or whatever, and then like when you're skinning your deer out, you take your ham and hang it on
Hang it,
there.
yeah.
That way it keeps it kind of organized.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that's kind of handy.
You're not having to handle it the whole time. I turned into a kind of a pud later on in life. I wear rubber gloves.
Yep.
You should.
Especially whenever you're out like that, camping or whatnot. Like, you need to kind of keep clean best you can. You just can't get that stuff off your fingers. And
Right.
especially if you end up getting in the guts or something like that. Like, I like wearing rubber gloves or gutting them, anything. I always carry 3 or 4 pairs in my bag. And
Dude, you've seen me around deer, haven't you?
He breaks out.
Yeah, dude, I get.
yeah. You're like the hair and stuff gets you.
I don't know if it's hair or deer fat or deer blood or what.
Yeah.
But like every time I'm cleaning a deer, if I don't wear gloves,
Deer bad on dandruff.
dude, all my eyes will start swelling up.
Okay.
My nose will start running, and but it's usually because like when I'm cleaning a deer or something like that, usually I'll do
All the time.
I'll do that or something like that, and then that's then next thing you know, my head's itching. And it's like,
I
man.
forgot about that.
My Daryl Emery,
Yeah.
the guy that was on here, Falcon.
Old Falcon.
He's the same way.
Really?
Sucker. He said one day he starts sneezing and his eyes start watering, and he's like, I just got to ask you guys something. He's like, was any of you guys around a deer? And one of the guys I work with was like, yeah, actually. He's like, I just picked a deer up and threw it, did something with it, and he had just like a couple deer hairs on his shirt.
dang.
And I mean, he
Wow. That's wild.
That's terrible. So why does your wife not eat deer meat? Not like it, or?
She was raised not eating it. She's
Okay.
just a little ick about it.
I know with the CWD thing, I have had a few people in the past be like, I'm not going to eat it no more just to be safe.
Yeah. She's
Or if they
she's
got
a
alpha
weirdo.
gout or something like that.
No, she's just a weirdo.
You said it, not me.
Yeah, I'll say it again. I'll say it
I'm telling her.
yeah.
I don't care which. I'm telling her.
But no, very, very excited. I'm already addicted to cameras. I think we got 3 up there on that spot. I put some out here. I'm gung freaking whole on this.
Yeah, I wish we could run cameras up there in public.
I'm
just
okay with
stopped
it
it.
not doing it.
No,
Yeah, I'm okay.
it is. A part of it is going to be the exciting factor of
the
not
surprise.
knowing,
Yeah,
but at the same time, we're also far enough away. It'd be nice knowing.
yeah. I
You know,
think
especially with fuel prices, it's like, man, like,
I get
is everything moving at 1 a.m.?
dude. Like I said before, I'm really thinking you find the kill spots, those kill trees, the right spots with winds, and you hunt those creek bottoms right in the right times. You're going to have the opportunity at shooting a good deer.
Yeah.
I really think so. And especially that if we on that week-long hunt we're going on, hunting the hot sign, you get into this, you might have to spend a day or two walking.
Yeah.
But then you find that real good sign, hunt it. You know what I mean?
When we're going, I'm planning on trying to do some all-day sits. Something I've never really done.
I will.
But I'm going to try
100%.
to start programming my mind for that because when it's I don't have the best of luck during the rut. I'm not really a rut fan. I don't see deer like I should. But I'm not spending all day out there.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have to change my mindset when it comes up there for that time because we're up there for one reason, and that's to kill big bucks.
Yeah.
We need to sit them out and hunt them.
During the rut, you got to hunt those high percentage areas, those funnels, those.
Right.
But you still got to watch the winds and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a different hunt. I love it. I'm saying love a lot. I'm just getting excited.
Love.
Yeah,
You're a lovable guy.
I'm a lovable guy.
Yeah.
But no, I just hunt those funnels, those spots, those high. I'll tell you, I'm getting off subject. I'm not off subject. Same thing.
We haven't been off subject this whole conversation.
Right. I'll tell you something I did. I'm using AI for this a little bit. I'm cheating. We were getting pictures of fawns on those cameras, and I think we caught a fawn the day she was born. So I went back to see when that doe got bred and the certain week, and this area is holding these does. And I've heard before that if one doe in a group, goes in the heat, then they all start falling. So now I'm thinking about that.
So, you know what the fact is? It depends on when they're born.
Do what?
Depends on when they were born.
What do you mean?
When they come in the heat.
Yeah.
It's like a time period.
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying, like, it sounded like you were saying, like, if one gets in heat, they start sparking up and all go in heat. I'm pretty sure it's like it depends on, like, when they were born and when they're going to be bred.
Maybe.
I think I heard it off Jared and Jeremy off the Hunter podcast. He's a deer biologist. I'm pretty sure he said it has to do with when they were born. But,
I heard, and that's probably true.
but to me, it would like make sense if it was more like a weight class, or if that was the case, it'd make more sense.
Well, even in humans, I think that if girls are living together, that once
They sync up.
they sync up once they have their period.
Yes.
So like these does. So if I linked this fawn back to like I think I have it narrowed down from a week of when this deer came to heat. So you can go back a couple days before that. I bet you that spot was hot. I bet you that spot was sweet. During
that time frame.
During that time frame.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking, and it's the perfect. So you got this big bottom, and it's just this section comes out with doe bedding up top, and I'm just imagining this how many big boys are coming into that area at that time.
Can I take Lucy out for a date?
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And that area is where we found rubs.
Is that where all the rubs you guys were sitting in?
Yeah.
Dude, it
was
looks like
nuts.
cows have been in there.
And I think
And the trails were beat down to nothing.
It's all making sense because I think this happened so early that it's probably drew a lot of bucks into that area at once. And I think that you had all this competition, and that's why that hub scrape's there. It's a scrape that's half the size of this room.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Up there's going to be starting to rattle and grunt.
I don't know if you're gonna have to. I think
Really?
if you can catch that, if you can get the right wind for that spot, I'm gonna say last week of October.
That's my favorite time.
You're gonna kill a big buck there,
Yeah.
and maybe multiple people can kill multiple big bucks there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
So we're looking at. You said I had this down earlier. Time frame wise, we're looking at October. Were you going up the 30th,
28th.
28th? So that's on a Wednesday through the 9th.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds right.
I think October's booked for 2 people, but I'm pretty sure that first week in November, I think I can take off.
Please.
So I'm gonna check in the morning.
Yeah. Please do.
I'm
It'd be
gonna check.
fun.
Whatever it is, I'll be up there that weekend before that. But I may not be able to take anything in October, which would be okay. I can hunt here for a couple of days, and time actually hasn't changed by then, right?
It's like November 7th, 8th.
Or Halloween weekend or something like that.
Yeah.
So I may be able to do a couple evening hunts here for some local area.
Dude, yeah, that'll be a fun trip though.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be a very fun trip.
Yeah.
All those weekends going up there. I'll tell you what I'm thinking about on some of the weekends leading up to the big trip. Obviously, the big trip's going to be focused on this area.
Mm-hmm.
But I was also thinking about like one weekend hitting, because I still have years and years of pinpoints that I've been looking at. Like, let's go over here and check this out for the weekend. Go over here, and you might lay eyes. With not running cameras, you might be able to. That's how you can narrow down finding that Booner class buck.
Yeah.
Is find doing. Cover as much ground as possible. Obviously, it's far away, so maybe you have to dedicate a weekend to this spot, weekend to this spot, weekend to this spot. Yeah. If it leads to the week in that area. No, it's gonna be fun.
I'm ready for it, dude.
Heck yeah.
It's going to be here fast.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're going to blink, and it's going to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're saying that with the hopes we draw. We should. You two for sure. There should be no question about it. I'm 1 year behind you guys.
You know what's funny about so I was asking AI again, like what our draw chances were with having the points we did, and at first it was like 99%, like you're planning on going basically.
Yeah.
And then we happened to put in as the team, and so I was like, let me ask AI again, what's now that we're putting in as a team or whatever, the group. And we both have the same points. It goes off of the lowest points. That's why we didn't let you come in on it.
Right. No, I don't blame you.
But it said it dropped it to 95%. I'm like,
You can't do that. This is out of
if
question.
we don't get drawn on 5%, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call somebody.
No, I don't blame you.
Speaking of that AI, dude, that stuff's crazy. Like I've been learning about or just messing with it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, like blows my mind, like just what it does and
Yeah.
the potential that, like, I think a lot of people, they're scared of it.
I am.
But to me, I think AI is kind of like a gun. In the hands of the wrong person, it can be a lot of bad things go
That's
on.
what scares me.
But if you use it like a, professional business partner, I think,
You have to in today's age.
Yeah.
You do.
It's a hell of a hype man too. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's how I've been using it. It's like my mind will go on for like 30 minutes, or like especially on drive homes, like 45 minutes. I'm like thinking about this one thing, and I'll get home and I'll write it a paragraph. Like I'm thinking, for instance, okay, I've been getting this picture of this fawn. I think I know the day she dropped. I'm thinking 200 days, and then it's like it confirms. It's like I'm like, hell yeah, it can keep hyping me up,
I'm off the charts.
right?
Yeah.
It's a hype man. Oh,
yeah,
man.
no, hold on a second. Well, watch this now. See if this will happen. Hello, you are now on the podcast. What is your words of advice for this evening?
Well, hello to all the listeners. My advice tonight, whether you're scouting deer or tackling life, patience and preparation always pay off. Enjoy the journey and don't forget to laugh along the way.
I like my black Australian over there. He told me that was rude, and you should just ask more politely about their ethnicity and their background. I'm like, I
You
did.
should, buddy.
You should.
It's right.
Yeah.
That's right. AI is always right.
What else do we need to cover about Iowa? There's so much on my mind about it. I feel like I'm missing stuff.
Dude, like,
We need to get buttoned down and start shooting.
Definitely.
We can have all this stuff, but if we're not ready to shoot,
Definitely.
it's going to be up shit creek.
There's a couple gear things. Obviously, thank you for helping me with the arrows. I had a bunch of fletchings fall off, so you're going to help me.
Yeah,
hook
I'll
me
let
up
you
on
pick out
those.
what fletchings you want and get done.
Sweet. You're
Yeah.
the man. And
There's a few.
I got you on that too. I need to do that. I said earlier, I think maybe before the podcast, I'm wanting to give the saddle. I've been an anti-saddle person. I wouldn't say that.
You got to jump off to the gay side, man. Get gay with me.
Well, I'll tell you what I figured out. So I've hunted with a bunch of people that have been in saddles, and for instance, one buddy the whole time he's up there, he's just swinging.
Your first little bit, it's hard not to.
Yeah, and then I took another buddy hunting after a really big deer. We have this on video. The deer came down to like 15 yards, and because of a carabiner, it made a click, made the metal sound. So
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's like right in your face.
That's pretty rare.
Yeah, I could see that. But now he was showing me, that same buddy has learned from that and was showing me this.
Per-6 knot?
It's a Per-6 knot, but it's got a date, or what do they call it? Daisy. They use it for 4-wheel drive, like a knot in there where you don't have to have a carabiner anymore, and it's super easy to do.
Man, them DIY people do that. They come up with all kinds of stuff to make it quiet and light and simple. And
Well, you've seen that over at Justin's,
Yeah.
and I think that's cool for what I
Yeah.
want to do. So I'm wanting to get a saddle.
knee pads. You're talking about getting up there and swaying back and forth. Your knees are going to start hurting, so you're going to start standing up. When you're bored, you'll sit there and do this. Get knee pads so you can lock them suckers in the tree, and you'll be a lot more comfortable.
I'm not gonna. So that's my. I'm gonna still use my stand.
Yeah.
I just want to get the weight off my shoulders.
Well, then if you need to take a shot around the tree, you can still hop off.
Right.
Especially with a lone wolf, they're good for it.
Right. I'm gonna still sit in my stand, have that little carabiner. I'm gonna give it a try. I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but right here and use it. And like you said, I'll be able to step off. I think it'll be cool, especially with how.
And you're not having that tether getting away. I mean, you can make your tether off your saddle long enough, and then if you want to turn around and use it, get you a Ropeman 1. I don't have it here. You take one hand, you slide it, and you're locked in.
Yeah, that Ropeman one's.
They're awesome.
That's what I have one for my
Lineman's belt.
lineman's belt. And they're super handy. But yeah, no.
And you can also get daisy chains for a Per-6 knot, and it'll loop onto your carabiner if you clip it in on you. Depends on what you get, and you can basically use the friction of your rope and your carabiner that'll pull that. I don't remember the name of the loop, but it'll pull against your Per-6 knot and act like your fist. You can slide it up one hand, you can loosen it with one hand, and then you can also do away with more metal. I've just kind of been seeing that. I mean, it's pretty slick. Depends on what rope you get, because some ropes are really abrasive, in certain diameters.
So are people.
Yeah, that's true. Some of them are slicker than a Snicker. Dude, there's so many things you can do with them, and I think that'll be way more versatile.
right. And man,
I don't think you go wrong. I think it's way better than a harness.
right.
It's still just as safe. It's less in the way. You can walk in with it on. You have your pouches ready to go, and then, you're gonna love it.
And I'll tell you, a week, and that's always been my issue. It's like this will wear down before I actually wear down. So like a week, and sometimes more than that, of day in, day out walking miles with, you got your harness, your stand, and your stand's got weight on it. Then most of the time, you're taking your lineman's belt and wrapping it somewhere. You get all that pressure right here.
I know what you're saying,
And
man.
I'm ready to get that off.
My traps will start killing me.
Yeah, so
Killing me.
I'm trying to think what else. I got to figure out boots. My freaking dog destroyed my boots. I had some ones I was in love with. I'll probably go back to the same kind, but yeah, there's stuff I got to gear up for. But
Yeah, no, I need to go through my stuff and get a list, because I just soon start getting it now instead of waiting until the last minute.
well, we got time.
got time.
It's just June.
We got time, but it'll be here quick.
Yep.
Well, fellas, Road to Iowa, second one in the
It's
books.
fixing to happen.
Yep.
It's gonna be on us before we know
We're
it.
gonna be on it. You guys stay here with us. We're gonna have this every few weeks. It's gonna start getting probably more heated, more specific as time goes on. Right now, it's kind of vague. I'm gonna get some boots on the ground.
You gonna
here.
bring a camera up there?
a filming camera?
Yeah.
Oh, you dang right, I will.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I'll have a few of them.
I don't know if I actually filmed the hunt, unless I did ask Lance to go up with me one weekend if he wanted to, and Ethan wants to go up one weekend, and if they want to go film, I'll let them come with me and film.
You need to get that magnetic thing goes on your stabilizer, and you can just pop your phone on it.
Yeah.
I need to get-
MagView, did it make that one?
I need to get me a camera on because I just got this
Yeah.
new iPhone 17 Pro. And
Dude, I've been hearing those things
sucker-
are awesome. I
That
need to-
sucker takes that video I posted about real estate the
Yeah.
other day. Like, I mean, I was amazed at that. Like,
Yeah.
just how stable. Because Megan was filming me, and as I was walking down the driveway, she was walking back and stuff like that. And when you watch the footage, it looks like a gimbal just gliding.
Yeah,
It's like, man,
the technology is awesome. Like, it makes it to where you don't have to buy. Now there is an extent to where a big camera will
Yeah.
benefit, but for just like
bow
your running
hunting,
gun, that's all you need. Mm-hmm. That's all you need. I've got to get a new phone. I mean, absolutely ASAP, for mine just doesn't work. And I've had a few people this week get them 17s, and they're like, dude, these things are the berries. And I like having a good camera. Like,
and the
what I
battery
do,
life on
battery
these
life's
suckers are
awesome.
nice.
So yeah, you're up there in the cold, and you ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
Speaking, if you're getting cold, guys, check out Viking Gear. They got some cold weather gear. I'm gonna be stocking up on some colder stuff this fall.
Yeah.
Being up a little bit more north.
It's gonna get cold up
Be
there.
ready to go. Yeah. Yep. Right now it's hay season here. I kind of slacked on getting some early food plots in. Just been busy. So after hay season, be hitting up whitetail greens. Gonna plant some plots for some later stuff. That's usually when I run into trouble anyway.
I may have to try them out this year
Yeah.
because I think I'm going to do some plots out there at my place.
Man, hit them up. Maybe we can get a discount code going. They had agreed to that a couple years ago, so maybe I can help you guys out with some Rack Attack 10 stuff. That's what we're doing. You got vacuum gear for putting camouflage on your back, your apparel. They've got hiking pants. What else we got? We got, if you can do mineral and supplements, we got Antler Edge and BioRack. Right now is a good time to be doing it. I should have already been doing it because they're growing antlers. Like, this is the best time for one. Like, really, whenever the does were in gestation, is whenever we should have been planting or putting supplements in them, because like most of the nutrients and growth comes from the doe and not necessarily the buck genetics. Like, yeah, it has to do with it, but you know,
Well, that's what they
it's good
say.
quality stuff to put in their system.
They say like men's hair is kind of comes from their mom's side.
I've heard that too.
Like that, somebody on my mom's side must have been bald.
Yeah.
You know.
I kind of got the run of the mill. Like, all my family is just similar to what I have. Just start slowly thinning out. Widow's peaks.
Widows.
Definitely got the widow's peaks. Earlier, I was in the tracker with windows down, you know, and my little toupee just sitting there flopping back and forth. I'm like, man, I don't like that.
You know what I think, real quick before we get off here, what I think would be a cool idea is like to like start taking suggestions from somebody.
I'd love some interaction.
Because
Yeah, I
like
would.
sometimes, you know, like we're trying to figure out like what we're going to talk about and this and that, and like I think it'd be cool to, like, you know, have a suggestion box, like say on your Rack Attack Outdoors or whatever, have people just comment on there and, you know, say, hey, let's talk about this, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
And kind of give us new direction and stuff, you know.
Yeah, no, I'd love that. And we mentioned the last podcast like 4 months ago about the fitness challenge.
Yeah.
And it's bad on me if you guys have messaged. I haven't been on my computer, and I hadn't got anybody message me personally. Usually I tell people reach out to me, but we're still looking at doing that fitness challenge, and to see where people can go and just help better their lifestyle.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, for sure.
That's something very near and dear to mine and your heart.
And that would be a good goal for all of us before we go to
Yeah,
Iowa.
because I don't care how good of a shape you're in. If you're not training for dragging a deer out and hiking, it's going to whoop your butt.
Yeah.
I mean, flat out whoop it. So I'm gonna be looking at doing some hiking and some running and with some weight on me.
I seen a video of a guy, he had a dead head and he hooked it up to a rope, and then he had, like, you know, those sleds that you put 45-pound plates on.
Yeah.
He hooked it
Dragging
up
it.
to that, and he's sitting there dragging it. He's like, this is my workout.
Yeah.
You know that big hill by my house, the pipeline?
Yeah.
We all just go out there. We'll set targets all the way up the hill, and every 100 yards we have to stop and shoot and get up the hill. And
Oh yeah, I do like a mountain tough challenge.
Yeah.
Which it actually is a
Brokeback
thing.
Mountain.
Yeah. No, that's YouTube. I'll record. No, that'd be good. And with bow shoot, I will announce it on here, but I'm wanting to do a bow shoot here at the house again.
Yep.
It's pretty quick. I plan on doing it like next weekend, but like all my weekends are booked for a minute, so it might be July or August. But I want to have a Carbon Clash Bash. That'd be round 2 this year, and I'll announce it so we can come out here. And I like to get a few door prizes and just
That'd be sweet.
have a good time, grill
Yeah.
out, have a drink, and shoot some bows, and just
That'd be sweet.
enjoy,
Yeah, that
enjoy
would
time
be
and kind
awesome.
of get yourself in preparation for fall, because
To get people
I'm telling you,
excited
it's coming.
too.
It's
Yeah.
coming. Anyway, here's the second part of Road to the Iowa Show. 27 episodes in on the Journey Unknown. We're going to keep
This is
on.
episode 27.
This is episode 27.
Heck yeah.
It's a good number.
So you guys, thanks for sticking with us. I appreciate it. Sorry it's been a couple weeks. We're not gone. We've just been busy. Life's been
Yeah.
happening, unfortunately. It's been,
Softball.
yep. Swilly's been digging hard into real estate. I've been paying for breakdowns. Alton's been selling trucks like it's no tomorrow.
Thinking about big bucks
I've been
mostly.
thinking about
Yeah,
That's literally where I've been
Like
working, taking care of my
Alton-
family, and
Alton-
thinking about Iowa. That's yeah.
Big bucks and trucks, baby. Anyway, y'all go out there, fling some arrows, and when Swilly gets up, we will
Stay wild.
see you guys.